Thank you so much for downloading the episode today. It is our Valentine's Day episode where we talk about how much dating has changed, niche websites for dating, and what kind of gifts men and women really want. All of this plus our ugly and awkward moments of the week. Thank you so much. Enjoy the show.
It's another uncensored look at the world around you, from sisters who will say just about anything to anyone at any time. It's the Uggs. Jamie?
Can you maybe not flip me over this time and look in my eyes?
Paula?
I'd never seen anything so large in my life.
Uncensored as always, it's time for the Uglee Truth.
Welcome to the Uglee Truth. This is episode 342. Happy Valentine's Day! I know. Or as I have trained Daryl to say, happy pagan holiday of love.
So we are Sisters Who podcast, obviously.
Yes.
But I keep seeing this happy Galentine's Day. Do you have any information on that?
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that there was a Galentine's Day episode on Parks and Rec. The show. I think. I'm not quite sure because I actually didn't really watch Parks and Rec. I don't know why. I'm not a big fan.
Such a good show.
I know. And it had a fat Chris Pratt in it and all that stuff. And
I loved him that way.
Everybody did. He was like a big golden retriever. He was adorable. But I need to go back. I'm sure it's on some streaming thing and I can binge watch a bunch of episodes. I did watch a lot of the last season. Unfortunately, all the characters, everybody knew who all they were, so I didn't cry at all when I saw the season.
They all had evolved. Okay, yeah, so Galentine's Day is a non-official holiday and is celebrated on February 13th, and it's a day for ladies celebrating ladies. So I'm assuming that's for women
single ladies. Oh, the single ladies. Yeah.
Exactly. Women without men.
Whatever.
So,
although, now, do lesbian partners, do they celebrate Galentine's Day?
I don't know. And you know what? In the Midwest, they have a day called Sweetest Day. Have you heard of that?
No. Well, I've heard of it, but I don't know what it entails. Do people snatch each other and woo with corn?
I actually heard it's like a second Valentine's Day. So Saturday, October 19th will be Sweetest Day. Sweetest Day is a holiday that is celebrated in the Midwestern United States and parts of the Northeastern United States. Also the northern parts of Florida. Okay, we get it.
So everywhere but the West Coast.
It is a day to share romantic deeds or expressions. So kind of like Valentine's Day.
I don't need any more holidays to celebrate love. God, enough already with the holidays of the love.
I kind of would prefer a Sweetest Day over a Valentine's Day.
It's the same thing.
No, but if I had to choose, I'd rather have a Sweetest Day. Because I think it's a cute name over like Valentine's Day.
Well, because Valentine's Day is all rooted in the Catholic faith.
Like Cupid and, naked Cupid and arrows and stupidness.
Right. Whereas Sweetest Day sounds like it was established. Oh, wait. Sweetest Day. Oh, no, I was thinking of some other holiday. A lot of these holidays...
Swedish Day?
No. A lot of these holidays are rooted in church because back in the old days, the heart of every community was the church. And so they would come up with, we're going to have a congregational picnic. The community picnic is, so everyone bring your potato salad. They would make the announcements via the minister's pulpit. So a lot of these holidays, like Father's Day and Mother's Day, originated from church of the United States. It came from that. I don't know about Sweetest Day. I've heard of it, but I don't know. So this year it's on October 19th. The first Sweetest Day was in 1921 in Cleveland. Well, thank you, Cleveland.
Lots of lovers up there.
Yeah. Yes. Well, maybe back in the day.
Well, in October, maybe that's how they stay warm. I don't know.
The first Sweetest Day was planned by a committee of 12 confectioners chaired by candy maker C. Hartzell. The Sweetest Day in the Year committee distributed over 20,000 boxes of candy to newsboys, orphans, old folks, and the poor. There were also several attempts to start a Sweetest Day in New York City, including a declaration of a candy day throughout the United States. Like Valentine's Day, the Sweetest Day is associated with heart-shaped boxes, and 80% of Hallmark's greeting cards designed for Sweetest Day are romantic. This is a candy thing.
Oh.
It was invented by commercial interests which stood to profit from such a holiday. Dissenting Cleveland residents referred to it as a Hallmark holiday. So nobody likes Sweetest Day in the Midwest, apparently. It's a candy thing. They were trying to come up with, well, we have Halloween in October. Isn't that, it's referred to as a concocted promotion created by the candy industry solely to increase sale of sweets.
So they just created a day so they could sell candy?
Yes. I guess it's just how do you like your romance? How do you like your Hallmark romance? In February or in October?
Well, I know that I like going to the grocery store and not looking at the aisles where it looks like a flamingo threw up on there.
Yes. I, too, am anti-Valentine's Day. First of all, I hate rules. So when someone tells me that this is the day I have to celebrate my love, I want to tell them to F off. I don't want to be told when to show my love to someone. And so the problem is that I am married to someone who is all about the traditions of holidays and celebrations and everything. If he heard about Sweetest Day, which he's going to now, he's gonna be like, oh, we're gonna do it. He'd be all about it. Any reason to celebrate. Every time I hear that song, tonight I celebrate.
Oh my God.
I'm like, Daryl, no.
Peebo Bryson or something like that? Or
Yes, Peebo. Oh my God, James Ingram died.
I know.
Paula, I was so sad.
I didn't realize all the songs that he sang.
A lot.
I mean, they were mostly 80s.
You're in my arms again.
This time I love you forever.
I posted on my Facebook page the one song of his that I absolutely love, and it's super old. It's from the film Best Friends. I don't know who he sings with. I can't remember the name of the woman, but it's How Do You Keep the Love Alive, or How Do You Keep the Love Playing, or something. How do you keep the love from dying? I know the way I feel for you. It's now or never. Oh my God, it's
Patty
so
Austin.
good. Oh my God, I love. The more I love, the more that I'm afraid. I just love that stupid song, and they harmonize so good.
I'm trying to think which one I picked.
Oh, well, it wasn't Somewhere Out There, was it?
No, it was
although he does it really good. Somewhere out there, the way I feel for you, it's now or never. The more I love, the more that I'm
He had a really good voice. Why did he stop singing?
He got brain cancer.
But I mean, these are all 80s.
He probably did stuff we just don't know. I mean,
probably like writing and producing.
Maybe. I mean, I guess we could deep dive into his career. He's a legend. He's an 80s legend, R&B legend. I mean, I wouldn't put him up there with Marvin Gaye necessarily, but he definitely was. I mean, whenever you watch the late night infomercials, I mean, he's always on there, like multiple times.
God, why do I post so much stuff? I can't find my song. Okay. Oh, I posted, I don't have the heart to love you.
Oh, I
not
love
the
that.
way that you want
Woo, woo. Oh, wait, no, I think that's Chicago. Never mind. That's Peter Cetera. I'm getting my 80s ballads mixed up.
Doesn't matter. That's become my evenings, is just sitting on my laptop listening to sappy music.
We need to get you a jukebox.
Yeah,
so you can just play all your songs. So speaking of romance, Valentine's Day is my least favorite holiday, right up there with my birthday.
I would agree with that.
I hate celebrating it. The problem is I've been with producer Dub for 20 years.
Yes.
And he refuses to let me ruin it for him.
Right.
And so I get flowers either the day before or the week or like a couple days before, never the day of. He always tries to say, hey, you want to do something on Friday? And I'm like, what? What do you mean? No, it's Valentine's Day. No. But last year, he decided to honor my wishes of hating it, and he didn't get me anything. And I was really upset. I was so upset.
So you've been fronting all these years.
No, I wasn't fronting, but I was like, first of all, I love getting flowers. I don't care what the occasion is. I don't need a reason.
Well, who doesn't? Yeah.
Exactly. And so I got him I get him a Valentine's Day card every year because I know how much he loves them. And that's why I do it. I don't do it because I feel required. I just know that he likes it. And so I got him a card and he got me nothing. And it was Well, it was a brutal day in the Minor home.
Did he start crying?
No, but he felt like an asshole. And I said, no, you're not allowed to feel bad. I am a bitch. I'm such a bitch. So no, it's not your fault. I'm the one that goes on and on about hating Valentine's Day and all that stuff. I have not had too many good Valentine's Days in my life. I don't know about you.
I had one good one, and that's when I got pregnant with Ryan.
So it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes.
So I'm not a big fan of it, but I what I'm not a fan of is saying, okay, you guys, it's Valentine's Day, you better get your pink flowers and you better get your heart-shaped candy. Like, I'm not a fan of any of that stuff, but Daryl's idea is like, he goes, it's just an excuse to celebrate how much I love you. So I don't really care what you think. And I'm like, except for last year when you got me nothing. He's like, yeah. And he'll never live it down.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Well, no, because I give him crap about it. That's what you do when you've been married a long time.
The 1 year that he didn't do anything, and actually,
it was my fault.
Gave you the one thing that you've been saying you wanted all this time,
which is nothing. And then I start crying because I didn't get anything. It was ridiculous. I am an enigma. I know. I'm aware of how weird I am. Someday he's going to leave me for someone who's just way more agreeable and loves everything he loves. He swears he's not, but I just don't know.
It might happen.
And Valentine's Day, really, the tradition of it is super fun when you're in school because you can buy little flowergrams and, do you have to go to Walmart and buy the Valentine set with the one teacher Valentine for Olivia?
Yes, and I think Ryan wants to do them this year too. I don't know if he's going to do it or if he's going to just buy a candygram. I asked him, I'm like, do you have any girls that, you need to do this for? Because I told you he bought the wintergram, or I don't know what they're called.
Yes.
For the one girl, and yes, she never said anything to him.
Oh, no.
Which I thought was kind of jacked up because he splurged for like the upgraded $2 one. But
yeah, really. I mean, she should have said thank you. What
that's
kind of
what
rude,
I would have thought.
Rude
but I'm
little
just like,
bitch.
What a little bitch. Yeah.
No kidding. I'd be like, you know what? I don't want to meet her ever. I know me. I'd be like, oh, is that Trish? Okay, let's go say hello. Mom, no.
He said that he's decided that he has a type now. He likes Mexican girls.
Oh.
And I'm just like, Ryan, why? And
why? Like, Paula, you don't need to know. You don't need to answer that. You know why.
But he's just like, why? Why is that so bad? I'm like, because I'm like, they're slutty and cheap. We're
not slutty and cheap. Stop it.
And so he's way into J-Lo. Who else did he see that he thought was pretty attractive?
He's got good taste. I don't understand why you're dissing this. This is amazing.
I'm like, they're crazy. They're loud. They're,
he's in love. He wants to date his mother. It's very common. It's very common.
Yeah, I was basically listing all my qualities.
You were basically projecting what a flawed human you are in your mind.
I'm like, it's basically me, but twice. It's worse.
Because I'm only half.
I'm only half. I'm all, you think I'm nuts? Imagine me times 2.
Well, I'm having a hard time disagreeing with him. I think that Mexican girls are the shit. I think it's amazing that he's got good taste in women. Love it. Anyway, okay, so interestingly though, dating apparently is very different. According to my single ladies, it's not like it was back in the day when I was single.
Well, definitely. You haven't been single for 20-something years, Jamie.
I know. And so apparently you can't just live your life and people will come knocking on your door. Now, I've never had a problem attracting men. I'm not saying I've attracted all good ones, but I've never had a problem with dating. So I don't even know what it would be like. I mean, if I'm ever single again, it'll likely be because I'm a widow and I'll be old as hell and it will be a whole new set of challenges. So as a young, attractive woman, I can't imagine the changes that have gone on. Now, you and I both agree that internet dating is not the way to go for us.
Well, I mean, like we've discussed in previous podcasts, there was a period of time, like maybe 2 years, where Victor and I were separated.
Right.
Even though we were still sleeping together, but we were officially separated.
Right.
And I did do some dating. I had a mix of like just, bumping into someone and dating. Right. And then a mix of online dating. And to be perfectly honest, they both sucked. So,
and now what I've come to find doing some research on dating is that just like with our political system, tribal and niche dating is a thing. And it's always been.
What does that mean?
Everybody wants to group up with people that are like-minded. We're not interested in trying to meet anybody who might have different opinions or different feelings on the matter. We all have to be in little huddled little groups where we all agree.
Oh,
and so dating is kind of like that now too. So there's a lot of these niched dating sites. There's one called Fat Bastard.
So you have to be a fat bastard to
being a fat bastard being a fat bastard doesn't mean you have to be single forever. And so you can sign up for free, of course. There's gluten-free singles.
Oh God.
So you can network and date. It's an informative website where you never have to feel alone, awkward, or a burden because you're gluten-free.
So I can date a fellow celiac.
Yes, wouldn't that be fun?
That's fucking lame. I would never want to date someone who has my same condition.
It's like, we have the same disease. We're so fun in restaurants. It's like, no.
Hi, we're the celiacs.
Can you imagine if you did fall in love, if you went to this site and they'd be like, well, did you hear? Paula's dating someone with her own disease. Don't ever invite them to a party. Ever.
God.
All we'll hear about is their disease.
That's so stupid.
Right? Gothicmatch.com for your goth and emo needs.
Oh my God. You
but
can
this
share
is
each
my
other's makeup.
Right? But this is my favorite one, and this is legit. I went to the site, uglyschmucks.com.
Ugly schmucks. What does that mean? Like if you think you're ugly?
The #1 ugly dating community. Dating for unattractive singles. Are people not seeing your inner beauty? Are you an ugly schmuck? In today's day and age, searching for a partner can be such a daunting task, especially if you're like a lot of us who are not that attractive. Wow. Listen to this paragraph. First of all, the frequently asked questions are hilarious. I'm ugly. What can I do? You can stand up and not back down. Go as far as you like. The sky is the limit for you. But you will face many challenges along the way, and that's where we come to ugly dating. Have you ever thought to yourself, I'm ugly? All around us, we see gorgeous people on TV, movies, and magazines. We see ugly people too, but they're not the main actors. They're the dishwashers, the janitors, or the bad guys.
Oh my God.
This is a real site, Paula. The whole perception of ugly people is that they are of lower stature than everyone else. I find this perception ugly. It's insane. And of course, it's a free site, so you can sign up on your own. You don't need to pay.
Wow. You know what? That makes me so angry because like, how dare that site like make these people believe that they are not good enough to meet a normal person,
what they foresee as normal. That's the thing, is like, isn't being ugly subjective?
Well, and that's the whole thing, is it's automatically demeaning people to believe that, you know, they can't make it or date someone in the real world. So they're just,
you have to go to the pool of uggos.
They're now in this class of people, you know,
right,
to date.
Can you imagine?
I did go on a date with someone who, by normal standards, probably wouldn't be considered attractive, but we had a really fun time, and I was disappointed that he didn't call me, which is weird. But I mean, we stayed friends, and you know, every year on our birthdays, we wish each other a happy birthday and make like a little joke. But
is he married now?
No. And
wonder why he didn't like you.
I don't know. Maybe he was intimidated or something like that.
I mean, it's your attractability isn't subjective. You are adorable, so it's not that.
But he just,
maybe he didn't want a pretty girl,
or maybe he just didn't think there was anything there. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe he didn't like the fact that I had kids. I don't know. You know.
Oh, that's true.
Could be a lot of things. But I was kind of disappointed that he didn't call me, because we had like decent like intellectual conversation.
Yeah, I have to say that I have never been one for physical attractability as being the #1 thing that gets me. It's usually how smart they are.
Yeah.
I really find men who are really smart really sexy. Always have.
Yeah.
But I was with you. I found this profoundly offensive because I thought, well, first of all, who decides who's really ugly? I know some very attractive women who I think are truly heinous because they're ugly people internally. They're so ugly. I'm just like, how do you even procreate? It's like, I can't even figure it out. I can't think of anybody where I look at them and go, God, they're so ugly. Like never. I've never, but I don't judge people like that. So maybe I just think this caters to people who have low self-esteem, and I don't think that's okay. I find that horrible.
Yeah,
personally.
I think it's a pretty shitty site.
Plus, can you imagine signing up and getting no bites? And it's like, God, I'm too ugly for uglyschmucks.com. I mean, seriously, it's going to drive someone to suicide.
I mean, I would
terrible.
suggest, like if I could gather like 20 people, 20 women, who are somewhat attractive to join and like, pluck some of these poor guys off.
Yes.
But I mean, they obviously already have issues. So, you wouldn't want them anyway if they have that low of a self-esteem.
Like the idea of people thinking they fit into some tiny little niche. And then, like you have to be emo to attract an emo. It's not true. No, that's what I mean by people trying to huddle with like-minded. There's nothing wrong. Like, first of all, I love to play World of Warcraft. I would never go to a World of Warcraft dating site. That's
right.
ridiculous. You're allowed to have other, and plus, if I ever met somebody, if I was single and if I met someone who thought playing World of Warcraft as a girl was lame, I'd be like, yeah, bye. Never mind.
I've dated lots of guys who have, they identify a certain way. I don't feel like I identify a certain way. Maybe I do and I just don't realize it. But, they identify a certain way. And
yeah, I don't think I do.
I'm like, yeah, it's cool, whatever, and so I go hang out with them at their, weird little bars or,
yeah,
they wear their weird clothes or whatever they're doing. And, I'm just me. And, obviously I stick out like a sore thumb, but I don't care.
That's who we are. We're the stick out like a sore thumb people.
I show up after work in my work clothes and, everyone else is like, smoking cigarettes, wearing Vans, and they have the big chains hanging out from their wallet. And I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys?
And you're in your smart polyester business suit
with my pink heels and
your nude nylons.
I don't wear nylons to work.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Hey, I've read that in some like law firms, women have to wear nylons.
They can't force that. It's against the law.
Well, you would know.
I would know.
Yeah, maybe it's just frowned upon if you're walking around in a bare leg.
God, that's
whatever.
So like archaic.
I know. Okay, so Valentine's Day, although we don't celebrate it, we do love to research what the trends are for gift giving. I give a card and, maybe some fellatio if I'm feeling randy, but that's pretty much it.
You give a head and a card?
Yes.
How generous.
Hey, that's a lot. I'm not going to dilate my anus for Valentine's Day, for God's sake.
Mention.
Good Lord, it's only Valentine's Day.
We'll get to that.
Okay. Anyway, okay, so you found a list of practical gifts to give to men.
Yes, and they're not practical. They're funny, actually.
Oh, okay. Tell me.
They will be surprised or shocked or just like, what? If you get them these gifts.
Okay.
So gift number 1, if you go to the website ballwash.com.
Oh.
You can get something called the Sack Pack. It comes in a box, and the box is titled I'm Nuts About You.
Oh.
And it comes with 3 items.
Why does it have a word search on the box?
I don't know.
Keep the funk off your junk. Wow.
The first item is Ball Wash, the product that started it all, our original activated charcoal nut, butt, and body wash featuring several essential oils and plant extracts.
Oh, no.
So you can use it to wash your balls or your body or your butt.
Awesome.
Also included in the kit is Nut Rub Solid Cologne.
What?
The way natural cologne should be done. It's solid. So it's kind of like... remember the old lady perfume? It came in like a tin and you would like rub it.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was kind of like a greasy balm. So that's what this is. And it says, the way natural cologne should be done. It's solid, portable, and ready for action on any and all parts of your body. So they suggest nut rub on your nuts, but I'm gathering it can be done in all their parts. So I don't know if this is like a masturbation thing or what it is. But
no, I think it's to clean. It's primarily focuses on keeping the men's genitals clean.
Smelling nice or
whatever.
I don't really know. And then the last thing is Sack Spray. Sack Spray delivers a refreshing pH balance blast to the nuts that neutralizes odor when helping deodorize, soothe, and moisture your most prized possessions. Great for your balls and body.
Paula.
So, what?
They have an affiliate program. Do you know what that means?
Really?
That means we could sell this shit on our website.
That would be amazing.
Do you think people would buy it? Do you think people would buy ball wash for their men? We'll ask producer Deb about it. You know what? Let's buy some and see if the men in our lives like it.
Okay.
And if they do, then we'll endorse it and add it and see if people want to try it out. Try it out.
It's got 505 reviews, close to 5 stars.
I wonder if this is like a new product. How interesting. Well, okay. So we'll put a pin in that.
So anyways, you can get that from ballwash.com. It is $40.
Okay.
So the next one you can get at Amazon. So if you go to our Amazon button and then you look up Crap Taxidermy, it is a book.
Oh, okay.
It is basically pictures of horrible taxidermies.
Oh, I would love it. I would love it.
There are free previews. Take a look and see if it's something that you think your loved one would enjoy. God, these are bad.
Makes you think maybe you could do it all yourself. You could do your own.
Maybe with just a little formaldehyde and
wow,
the blood,
these are
probably could.
These are terrible. They all look very shocked. They have googly eyes.
It's like doing your own Botox. You know?
Yes, it truly is. Man, this one owl looks like I don't know what that is. That's a very strange creature.
Not sure.
That's not even owl eyes. Those are like googly eyes. Interesting.
Oh, and they're even named. So that's good. That's fun.
Oh my goodness.
But like I said, so go to uglytruth.com, click on the Amazon button, and then type up Crap Taxidermy, get the hardcover. It's only $11.69, so it ends in 69. Ha.
Hey.
And that would be a fun gift for your man. So the last one I'm most excited about.
Do tell.
Like I said, go to uglytruth.com, click on our Amazon button.
Okay.
Type in how to live with a huge penis. Advice, meditations, and wisdom for men who have too much.
Oh my goodness.
So for $11.66, you can find what to do if you have too large of a penis, or what they like to call it, OMG. I forgot what that stood for.
Oversized male genitalia, a genetic birth defect that grows the penis to absurd proportions. Every year, thousands of men are diagnosed with OMG. Sadly, most are banished to the fringes of society. Yes, that's exactly where they are. They're also on Pornhub.
Yes.
Unzipping, coming out to your friends and family, sharing your pain, sexual intercourse with a huge penis, big blessings, unexpected advantages. Okay.
So if you go to the back, which is in the glossary of terms, I'll just read a couple.
Yes.
One is called HOCO, which is a derogatory term for a man with a huge penis. It's an abbreviation for horsecock.
Dealing with teasing. Okay. All right.
Maury-Povich syndrome, a condition in which the entire body emits an odor of stale urine caused by insufficient drainage after urination.
Ew.
Let's
Gross.
see here. Permafart, a condition in which the anus can no longer fully close, rendering a person incapable of retaining gas.
This isn't real, Paula. Is this real?
Cease leaving.
Yuck. I didn't realize it was such a burden to have a large penis. There's no books about how to cope with large breasts.
Pooh's arm, derogatory term for a huge penis. It refers to the popular children's character Winnie the Pooh, that is. something that always gets stuck in the honey pot.
Oh my God. Well, I feel for the men who are suffering with such a malady. It must be so difficult in life.
Oh my God. This one's funny.
What?
Tip gnawing. The inadvertent chewing of a huge penis head as a partner tries to mimic a normal blowjob.
Oh my God. You know, I'm not going to lie, Paula. I did date someone very briefly who had an incredibly large penis.
Oh, I did too.
And it was not comfortable. Like, I never enjoyed sex. I felt like I was being speared. It was awful. Awful.
I can't tell you how much I loved it.
Oh no. I remember telling someone, like, it's like a bagel dog. You know those bagel dogs that you used to, I couldn't even explain in size how uncomfortably large this person was. And I remember him saying, he's like, it's just like that one on Sex and the City where she's just like, can we just be friends? Literally couldn't make it work. No, it was too painful.
No, I remember the first time that, we started fooling around. And so I was sitting on the floor, he was sitting on the couch, and I unzipped his pants, and then I went to go take it out, and I literally gasped. Like, I was like,
you literally made his life. His life.
And then, no. I looked up at him, and he kind of just shook his head and closed his eyes like, I know.
Oh, my God.
And I was just like, it's like Christmas has come early.
That's hilarious.
That was the one that was married.
Of course.
So I got to have it for a month.
You didn't even know he was married, though. It's not like you did it on purpose.
I didn't know, but I was just like, oh my God. I'd never seen anything so large in my life.
Yeah, well, it must have been accommodating, because the guy, either that or I'm just unusually unaccommodating, but we tried everything. We tried every position, anything and everything, nothing.
Well, this was post children though. So I think that makes a difference.
I don't know, man. Maybe, but I think
if it was pre-children, I don't know that it would have worked.
Yeah, there you go. But congratulations to those men who suffer with this horrible, horrible affliction.
And if you do suffer from it, or, ladies, maybe you should get your man this book. I mean, you would know.
Right.
You would know.
Or, apparently slip into Paula's DMs.
Yeah, right.
So here's the difference between men and women as far as gifts. Because as far as men and Valentine's Day go, I don't think there's any expectations. So these are wonderful gifts for men. They would find those amazing. The surprising things women actually want for Valentine's Day. Now, this is also lighthearted. Food is number one, and it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be tacos. Alcohol doesn't have to be champagne. It can be, anything.
If they're into beer, get them some of those weird...
Yeah, go beer tasting.
IPAs or something like that. I don't know.
I do enjoy some beer, but I don't like a lot of this craft beer is really too soapy for me. But if I was a beer drinker, if he said, hey, for Valentine's Day, we're going to go beer tasting, I'd be like, that sounds good. But I would bloat, so I would hate it. But I'm sure that there are girls who would think that was an amazing gift. This one is straight cash. I don't know if I would want money for Valentine's Day. That seems a little too pretty womanish.
Just cash?
Yeah, straight cash. It's like, I'd consider marrying the man who pays off my outstanding debts. It's like, okay, well, isn't that marriage anyway? I don't know.
That's weird.
Surprise me with a romantic getaway and a generous just because gift of a few grand in my checking account. Well, sure. Of course.
That's weird.
A surprising number of people have asked for Leo DiCaprio for Valentine's Day.
Well, I mean, duh.
But this one girl, I want Leonardo DiCaprio, but I guess flowers can do. So, and sadly, a lot of women just want a present in the form of slight effort. Pay attention, stalk her wish list on Amazon, try to remember something obscure from your significant other only briefly mentioned. Oh, sure. That's not hard for a man.
Just go with diamonds. My God.
Yeah. Really, jewelry is really not a ring. God, I know people propose on Valentine's Day, but can we please put that to rest? Can we please not be so cliche? Can we expand our imagination just a teensy bit? Wouldn't that be great?
I think the perfect proposal is when you're laying there in bed after you have sex, put the ring on her nipple and just let it hang.
Is that it? Is that sex? Is that the most romantic gesture?
I think so. That's how Seth Rogen proposed. Well, I mean, not exactly in those circumstances. That's my perfect proposal. Is just laying there chit-chatting and all of a sudden, he just hangs the ring on your nipple.
Okay. Well,
Seth Rogen, they were getting dressed. He knew he was going to propose, and he just got too nervous, and so she was standing there, getting ready to get dressed, and he just hung it on her nipple.
Wow, she's got seriously erect nipples for that. Nice.
I guess maybe it was cold in there. I'm not sure.
Maybe. It's like, turn on the heater, and will you marry me? This one is very current, generational. They would appreciate the gift of social media editing. No more unsolicited nude pics on Snapchat, also roses. I want him to unfollow all his exes on Instagram as a token of his loyalty. Okay. Well, I guess.
That's a problem?
Apparently. Sex is also on the list. If I just started seeing the guy, I want flowers and a lot of sex. It's my long-term boyfriend and something more meaningful, and also sex.
Well, yeah.
Attentive sex with limited frills and lots of physical compliments.
Wait, attentive sex?
I don't know. What does that mean? Oral sex?
As opposed to unattentive sex?
It's like, can you maybe not flip me over this time and look in my eyes?
Yeah, and not put the magazine on my back this time?
Yes. And apparently, girls want guys to be crafty. They want them to make their Valentine's Day card.
No.
Making a card makes you stand out amongst the sea of basic. Yeah, I don't agree with that at all.
That doesn't make a difference to me.
Yeah.
I don't even need the card.
I don't either, honestly. I don't mind a handwritten note, though. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I don't mind the handwritten note. Because they're very few and far between,
I mean, if it comes inside the flower thing, then I don't mind if it's, just something simple like that.
Somebody says they should do a spa day so that you can enjoy something together. She's 25. This is why she says this. I want to share a unique experience like stargazing or a trapeze class.
A trapeze class? What the fuck is that going to do?
I don't know. She's been watching too much TV. Something I'm going to remember. It's like, no, you know what you're going to remember? If it's a dude that you don't marry, you're going to remember that asshole that took me to trapeze class for Valentine's Day? Oh, that's what you're going to say. It's not going to be a positive remembrance. You're not going to be like, oh, the one that got away. We did trapeze classes together on a freezing dock in the middle of the night.
We had a Groupon.
Yeah, he got a Groupon. Oh my God, that's something that Daryl and I never will let that go. Daryl, I told you, right? Yeah. I've told this story. We weren't even dating. We were nothing. I should have known then that he was going to be the one for me. When I had started my job at the radio station, and back then, of course, they would never do it now, but back then it was customary for every account executive to take the new sales assistant out for lunch so they could get to know them and develop a rapport. And so it was his turn to take me out for lunch, and he took me to a Chinese restaurant and did a Groupon. He did an entertainment card. So it was like buy one, get one free. To this day, Paula, he hates it so much when I bring it up. He gets so mad. He's like, it will be written on my gravestone that I used an entertainment card to take you out for lunch. We weren't even dating. I said, I know. That's why I can't believe I cared. That's so funny. And then we got in his car and I'm like, it smells like apples in here.
Apples?
He goes, it's my, he had one of those hanging trees. And it was an apple flavored. I'm like, you should put that under your seat. I'm like, it's too fragrant. I was so mean. And I even told him, like, oh, and that was the moment you knew? Because I was such an asshole? So anyway, I don't think we've assisted anyone in Valentine's Day ideas. But if we have, obviously most of these are on Amazon. And honestly, if you have any awkward moments during Valentine's Day, please send them to us. I want to hear about your awkward moments during Valentine's Day.
Yeah, past or present.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so speaking of, let's do our ugly and awkward moments of the week.
So I had a job interview this past week. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I take medication or if it's because I was nervous or both. But as soon as I walked into the door, like every ounce ounce of spit I had in my mouth left my mouth.
Oh,
and
no.
Like my tongue was just rolling around in the Sahara Desert. And I couldn't even like, I was trying to formulate words, but I mean, it almost sounded like I had an accent or something like that.
What?
Because my mouth was so dry.
Oh my God.
And so they offered me a water, thank God. And so in between the questions, I was like trying to swig the water to keep my mouth dry, just so I could answer each question.
Yeah.
I just don't know why that happens to me every time. And so anyways, I got through it was like an hour-long interview.
Maybe you should put like Vaseline on your teeth or something.
I don't know what I can do. You know, I know they have that like dry mouthwash. And so I'm like, maybe I should, you know, and then they also have a spray, but I can't sit there in an interview and start spraying my mouth with, you know.
Well, not only that, it's not like you can pop in a Lifesaver or something.
Anything.
It's rude.
You know, it's just, you know,
my
you
God.
got to sit there and try and be peppy, but, you know, it just,
God.
you know, sometimes like my lip got stuck to my tooth and I had to like,
let me tell you something.
Basically, I had to like,
your fireman Ted or whatever,
untangle it. And
oh my God, that's awful.
I hate that when your mouth just gets so flippin' dry. And so you're sitting there talking to two people trying to sell yourself. And
all right, well, let me tell you my awkward moment so we can move on with our lives. Okay. You've already won. But okay. mine's funny to me because this is why I think I have hypochondria to some degree. So as we all know, my daughter had a burn that got very bad.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, I decided to make a big breakfast brunch and invited all the adult children to come over for brunch on Sunday. And so I was heating up some quiche that my daughter made. They make amazing quiche. And so I bought one, and you have to heat it up by the slice. So I heated it up, took it out, put it on the thing, and I was taking the spatula to put it on a platter so it would be easier to serve, and completely forgot that the pan was hot.
Right.
And so I went to grab a piece of the quiche, and to get my bearings, I full on grabbed the piping hot cookie sheet and burned my finger. And I have a little blister on my finger. Luckily, it did not get infected. I was so embarrassed because I had been like lecturing her to no end about safety and how she has to be careful to remember.
Right.
And then 2 days later, I burned my finger so badly, actually more than one, more than like 3 of them. Right. And I said, this is what I get. This is what I get. And I just feel like sometimes I subconsciously copy others when they're having a malady. Like, for example, our mom has this really unusual disease. It's not a disease. It's a disorder that causes gastric reflux and everything.
Okay.
And it's very rare. And it only usually like 99% of the time happens as you're like 60 plus. I'm sure I have it now, but I tend to get symptoms or do something to mimic something that's happened to someone in my family. Okay. And that's why I'm awkward. You know, you win for sure, but I am absolutely awkward.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm just a little preview of next week and then we'll wrap it up. I'm so over Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga promoting their fucking movie. They're not going to win anything. Let's just be done with it. All right. Well, no one cares.
Compared to what they're up against, they shouldn't.
I agree. So... And then finally someone said it, what I said. It's like, was it really a stretch for her to play this role? Really? Was it a stretch? I mean, remember Courtney Love when she was in the movie about Larry Flint and she played his drug addict wife that died of AIDS? She won an Oscar for that. It's like, was it really a stretch for her though to play a junkie? I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there.
An Oscar for that?
Oh yeah. If she didn't win, she was at least nominated.
It's insane.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll talk. Right. Well, the Oscars are around the corner, and you and I have a lot to talk about. So we'll talk about it next week.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
Alrighty, well, I think that's a wrap, everybody. If you're interested in any of the items we discussed today for Valentine's Day, please visit uglytruth.com and click on the Amazon button and do your shopping. Also, you can go to lipandclip.com and do some makeup, skincare shopping for Valentine's Day for your ladies. or gentlemen. It's universal.
Yeah.
You can always visit us at our social networking sites. We're on Facebook and Twitter.
And Instagram.
Oh, and Instagram. I apologize. And as Jamie mentioned, if you have any ugly or awkward moments for Valentine's Day, past or present, we want to hear about those ones too, so we can read them on the air. Have a fabulous week, and we will see you on Wednesday. Bye. Bye.
Thanks for listening and sharing the show. See you next time on The Uglee Truth.